Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this is Evan Sales Exalted, Season 1, Episode 22, Making Landfall. As I've said a few times already, make sure you cancel any D&D Beyond subscriptions you may have, cause fuck wizards. Now we're going to go ahead and get started with the introductions, beginning with Kerr.
Hello everyone, I'm Kerr. I am the storyteller. I have been running Exalted and World of Darkness for over... at this point now, it's actually close to about 16 years now. So I have been doing this for a very, very long time. I love World of Darkness, I love Exalted, I love White Wolf systems. They are fun, they are great, and yeah, play them because they're way better than D&D at this point now.
All right, Guaco.
I'm Toshime, and I'm playing the Solar Exalt. Guaco helps.
I am Zim, and I am playing as Nevis, King of Conquerors, a Lunar Exalted and a Sable. Sark.
I'm Sark. I'm the one with the demon. And yeah. I forgot what it's called. Infernal.
Infernal
Yeah, that's
Exalted.
it. Yes, I'm an Infernal Exalted.
Zool!
Hi, I am Zool. I am a dragon-blooded dragon king. Wait, what?
You're Arzadeyu, and you're playing Zool. Sorry.
Yes.
Zool!
Yes,
I was about to say, he said it normally for once.
Alright, listen, we got him say it normally for once, and that's good enough. Yes, I'm Arzadeyu. I am bad with intros. We all know this by now. Unless you don't, then congratulations. That sounded rude. I hate it.
Well, get on with your intro.
Mine went blank. I have explained...
Okay, so he is Arzadeyu. He is playing as Zool, the Dragon King, Dragonblood Exalted.
I have already said that, just not, in the proper order.
Well, you didn't mention the Dragon King, Dragonblood part.
I actually said that. Did it not come through?
I didn't hear it.
Did nobody else hear it?
I did.
Okay. By the way, we are running Exalted Essence. And now on to Murder.
Jaffa says, "Hello, I am Jaffa and I play Murder the Lunar Exalted. I has no voice and a baby in my lap, so don't expect me to be fast."
He has baby.
I mean, slow murder is also, is possibly a little bit more, terrifying.
Little murder. Big murder has little murder. That's where he's been right now.
So anyways, we'll turn it over now to Kerr for the recap.
We had happy fun times. You guys took a mission from the Judge of the West, a lesser elemental dragon of water, and you went to investigate a case of a god ruling over mortals. and you discovered that the god was asked to do so by the mortals in order to basically protect them and to guide them as they wished to be, because they thought he knew more and could help them more. And you guys were able to come to a fairly good conclusion for that without anyone dying. Nevis was able to get the god under his banner, and you guys gained a new ally from the judge. And then you set sail once more, heading for your target.
Into the breach.
Once more into the breach, indeed. And so we begin again as your ship is making its way through the waters of the West. What would everyone be doing on this fine day of travel? It's been about a day and a half since you dealt with the judge of the West, and you've been making good times on your way to the island.
Nevis would be training his troops. Again, back to primarily focusing on the newer troops, the newer recruits, getting them up to par with his current forces. So he's got 3 armies now?
Give or take,
No, 4.
yes.
He's got 4 armies. He's got his original troops. Then he's got the Goblin Army.
Fairfolk.
Yeah, the Fairfolk Army. Then he's got the Crab Army. And now he's got a small army made up of a bunch of random captives that decided to join up.
Yeah,
And
that
he
one's
also-
still going to take a little bit of work to get fully up to speed.
He
Oh,
also
yeah.
has Dairo,
Who?
the god of the city.
I believe we left him there.
Yes, he stayed back to watch over his people.
And he's been set up as a governor under Nevis to watch over everything.
Can be harvested at like 80%, but they will be automatically harvested at 100 when they can.
Jaffa says, and murder counts as an army by himself.
I mean, all of us Exalted do.
Pretty much.
Though murder is definitely stronger than, arguably stronger than the rest of us.
Good to know if you're ever being through.
Then again, the rest of us haven't really been had the chance to really show what we can do yet. So, who knows?
I'm gonna say that Sark is taking a break for once and found a lawn chair, put it out on the deck, put a hat on, made it cover his face, and has been taking a nap with his artifact weapon that looks a lot like a sickle, just, in his hand, draped on the side of his chair. He's been sleeping ever since.
They could be working outside.
Sounds good. Zul, what are you up to?
Thinking Zul would probably having some sort of like snack or meal.
There would be lots of food that you would be able to get here.
Probably eating it on top deck, enjoying
Jaffa
this guy.
says, Murder will probably be continuing his training of pride.
Okay. Pride would happily be training with you.
Wait, we brought Pride with us?
He would have come with, yeah.
Oh.
If he was asked to, he would have happily come. And Jaffer was helping him before.
Well, fair enough. Sorry to interrupt, Zool.
No, you're good. Continue.
Yeah, Zool will be eating on the top deck. A chair and a table. Not much a description I can think of right now, besides that.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Zool! You've been asleep for quite a long time. Why don't you come join us?
Zool
Let's
look
see
up and
what you
respond-
can do. Go ahead.
Zool will look up from his meal and respond with, Don't see why not. Just having a small bite to eat.
And this is how we sank our ship.
Zool's the one who started. No. I apologize, everyone. It's
Okay.
Nevis who started this.
So, real quick to answer you, Lyndon, we are currently sailing away to after some mercenaries that have been abusing their power and such to enslave people, and we're gonna go punish them. Or recruit them. One of the two.
Worst case scenario, I'll just cut their leader's head off.
Or murder Will.
One of us will.
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Darling, it's so delightful to receive a phone call. Hello, Nevis. Hello, Sark. Hello, Zool. Quacko, so delightful to see you today. Are you still trying to hide the fact that you are a solar, darling? Honestly, you really need to come to self-acceptance. You are okay the way you are. Murder, so delightful to see you, darling. I see you were busy. Hello, little Murder, so delightful to see you.
I'm going back to sleep.
Oh, darlings, but I have increased the perfection of your ship by at least 75%.
It means I'll sleep better.
This is true. You are able to bask in my presence. This is fair. This is fair. Sleep is important if you wish to reach my levels of perfection.
What do you say, Domino?
Well, since you're here, Domino, we were just about to
Jaffa
have...
says, if he so much looks at little Murder, I will, broken heart, him.
So what? Does Murder actually have Little Murder in game now, Jaffer? Well, Domino, since you are here, we were just about to put Zool through his paces and see what he can do. Why don't you go ahead and be his sparring partner?
Oh, darling. Delightfully, I haven't had a chance to stretch in quite some time. Hello, beautiful dragon blood. I must say you look simply spectacular.
Oh, why thank you.
But
Let's
yes,
see some perfect training, shall we?
Now then,
there is now a dozen dominoes, and each one has taken over training one of your groups of normal soldiers, Nevis. I got this delightful idea in another reality time stream. I get them mixed up with you mortals and your cause and effect and one timelineness. But he gave me a delightful idea in order to increase my perfection by making more of me. It is simply spectacular, darling. Look at it. Now there's a dozen of me here. I can increase my perfection even more. Truly, truly, you are blessed, darling.
I feel like there is a demon god that is going to get killed very soon.
Rejoice, darlings, for you stand in perfection itself. But now, training, you said. I would be delightful to help, darling.
I would be delightful to receive it.
Oh, but of course, Lyndon, I am so eager to hear other people in order to increase my perfection. It is delightful to speak to you all as well. Oh, don't worry about that, Zul. I was just talking to myself. Nothing important.
Duly noted.
Yes, darling. Up, up, up. No,
I
this is
get
not
it.
going to do. This is not going to do at all. We need something more perfect here. I
get
have it! As he claps his hands. And suddenly you guys are standing in a coliseum made entirely of salt, filled with talking Martens who are sitting in the stands cheering. Don't
I'm gonna
worry,
do-
darling.
Why salt?
Because salt is perfect, darling.
Understood. He
Because
taps
it's
the ground
Domino's.
with his toe.
Don't worry, you all are still also on your ship, but you are also here at the same time, so don't worry about your little travels, darling.
Well then, shall we see how things go with...
dispensation. Tokeme tipped $125.
Toshime, thank you so much for that donation. The donation goal has been fully completed.
UI. This is it. Toshime has just saved everything for Exalted because he wants to break it.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine.
It's his inner urge to bonk coming out, and he must create the biggest bonks he can.
Don't worry, you'll find out what prowls in the darkness.
Okay. So, shall we, see how you train Zool?
As I
yes.
said, it's been a while, so it'll come back to me in time.
Worry not, darling. I am not the most perfect of all fair folks for nothing. I will assist you, darling, in coming to speed. Now, tell me, darling, what is it that you wish to do? What is it that you are good at? Where do your skills lie, darling?
My skills lie with the air.
I see, I see. Are you fast? Can you fly? What sort of skills do you have?
Maybe try and look this up inside my notes I have put in.
Ah, yes, darling. Yes, for those of you, while he is doing this, for those of you who don't know, Domino tends to dress in a very sort of Victorian style garb, like full powdered wig, white face paint on his face, very, very rich and fabulous clothing. Like, he is full on dandy, is his normal form you tend to see him in. He is fabulous. And he's also absolutely terrifyingly powerful when he wants to be too. His form of insanity, though, can also be kind of mitigated as long as you don't piss him off. Most of the party knows how not to piss Domino off. Just smile and nod. Just smile and nod. Yes, anytime anyone says perfect, Domino tends to show up. Well, of course I do, darling. I am aware of everything that you all do. I am basically in every game that he does. And I am able to show up wherever and whenever I wish in order to speak to all of you. Domino is a character I made way back in the first ever World of Darkness game I ran was a Changeling game. And I ran that 12 or 13 years ago. And Domino was a character I created as the antagonist for one of my players. And basically, he was so well liked and enjoyed by our players that when we moved on to another game, they actually wanted him to show up there because we had their Changeling characters also show up. So basically, from then on, as we went, we basically kept the same world and everything. So Domino just became a part of it.
Plus, the
And
mage shoved a soul inside Domino.
yeah, it was like the 4th or 5th game I ran. The mages summoned Domino to get some information. He started to, do fair folk things. So they shoved a human soul inside of him. So now he actually has an understanding of morality, which confuses him still. But yeah, he has an actual mortal soul in him, which makes him different than the other fair folk. Which is why he's also somewhat safe to be around, because he's not going to just kill you because, well, I wanted to see what color your innards were. He's still a fair folk, though, so he's still dangerous. But he's not, like... You don't have to necessarily worry about him just killing you to kill you for no reason. You usually have to give him a reason, even if it's kind of flimsy. Oh, yes, darling. I am an absolute delight and darling to all who meet me. I must say, you are absolutely delightful. We should have tea sometime, darling. It will be simply perfect, I must say. Oh, you should see my manor sometime. I have an entire manor made of salt. I also have a summer home, my own ocean.
Back to the game.
I was letting Zool get his stuff.
No, actually,
Oh.
I was waiting for you to finish so I could, I should have interrupted.
Oh, my
Long story
apologies. Simply imperfectly perfect of me.
So, I know I have different types of spells, including universal spells, sorcery spells, and other actions, as well as, 2 first circle initiations, a second circle initiation, and a bunch of, and the spells.
A sorcerer, you say, darling? Ooh, you are simply risque, are you not?
So,
Interesting. Well, what spells do you know, darling?
alright then, I will go and list them all off. For my sorcery spells, I have Wood Dragon's Claw, Travel Without Distance, Unity of Dreams. For universal spells, I have Death of Obsidian Butterflies, Hounds of the Five Winds, Theft of Memory, Shadows of the Forgotten Past, and Wheels of the Turning Heavens.
As he is saying all this, Nevis and everyone else, you can see actually Domino has become something that you very rarely see him as. He is actually looking very serious. And he's just kind of, like, you can see him kind of rubbing his chin and nodding a little bit as you're talking, Zool. A fine set of spells, darling. Fine set of spells. You have a decently offensive kit, while also having quite a lot of utility and abilities there. I know, darling. Sock, Nevis, Guaco, Murder, do you all know anything about sorcery?
No.
Ferris takes care of that sort of thing for me.
I know when the sorcerer's working, stay out of the way.
Wonderful, darling, wonderful. Well, Zool, how
Jaffa
about
says,
this?
I know to jib the mage first.
Well, Murder does raise a good point. Yes, attacking the mages is a quite an intelligent thing to do. Zool, can I ask you a favor, please, darling?
Ask away.
Kerr is... wow! Well, darling, I simply wanted to involve you in the game. Domino, shut up, please. But it's my scene, darling! Anyway... Domino claps his hands. And as he does so, you can see what looks to be about 50 to 100 figures around there. It's a bit hard to tell necessarily. Rise up out of the sands of the arena and form into basically what look like to be like soldiers. You know, these aren't anything special. These look like very rank and file basic soldiers of like what a town or city might have protecting it. Wonderful, wonderful. These will work perfectly. Zool! He pauses and looks over at Nevis. Now you have me too doing it, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Being absolutely perfectly imperfect. But, Zool, I wish for you to give a little demonstration to all of your little friends here. And perhaps...
The slow clap. Slow clap.
Zool, I wish for you to gather your essence and to cast Death of Obsidian Butterflies at this group, please. Do you remember how to do so? Or has your sleep left you a little addled?
Sleep has left me a little bit addled. A refresher would be most wonderful.
Worry not, darling. After all, Nevis has asked me to assist you in this. So, I am more than willing to do so. First, we shall begin simply with helping you to draw in your powers, I believe, is where we shall begin with first. Now, I want you to focus. Close your eyes and focus on the air around you.
Zool does that. He closes his eyes and lets his talons move out forward a bit. And as he focuses on the air around him,
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so as you are doing this, we are going to make a roll, Zool. Let me get my thingy thing up real quick so I can actually. Oh, this is actually really handy. I didn't know there was a cheat sheet for this. Cool though. Let me find my thingy thing. Where's my thingy thing?
Which
There's my
thingy
thingy thing. Character sheet. So I can cheat and look at everything. All right, so you are going to need to make a sagacity roll. So you get to use your best attribute plus your sagacity. So how many dots do you have there?
So yeah, see, that would be 5, 9.
Okay. So you will get to roll 9 d10s.
Alrighty then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually. Oh. Ah! I did not mean to roll so many dice. Hang on. What? 5. It gives me 10 every time. Not what I want.
So what you want to do is click on the dice, and you can just right click in order to get that many dice.
5.
Like what I just did.
6, 7, 8, 9. I was rolling on the 100 die version.
It's a trap!
Ah, there we go. Above was what? 6 or above, or 7 or above?
7 or above.
A trap card has been played.
2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay. Let me double check real quick.
You hear
1,
that,
2,
Kerr?
3, 4. Yes. There's a trap. You have 6 successes there, Zool.
4, 5. Ah, I was wrong. So we do have 6.
All right. So do you see on your character sheet a little section marked as will next to power?
Yes.
You will then mark 6 points on that. Okay?
5, 6. Understood.
So what this is this is basically you gathering your will and power to yourself. And this is you gathering your energy to feel the spells, to twist reality into doing what you want. Okay? Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Then if you look at your spell, Death of Obsidian Butterflies,
Correct.
it says spend 5 will there.
Mm-hmm.
You have taken the action to gather the will. You can now spend it if you gain enough. So you could choose to use up to as many points of will as you have, as long as it's over 5. And it will add on basically to your damage.
Ah, okay. So you roll, say, something like sagacity and your highest attribute to gather up will, and then you spend it using a spell. Okay.
Yes. In order to cast the spell, you need to gather the will. So if you wanted to do like a super destructive Death of Obsidian Butterflies, you could just spend this turn gathering up the power, and then next turn do another gather power action, and then unleash it all at once.
Don't forget, you can also describe how you're gathering to gain
Yes.
extra.
You can do what's called stunting, so you can give a description of how you're gathering this power together. Like you extend your hands out, reaching out towards the air around you as it begins to cascade and swirl around you in a miniature windstorm. As you begin to gather the essence together between your hands as you press them together. That would be worth a stunt, and that would get you 2 extra dice that you could choose to use on whichever roll you would want.
Ah. I see.
And then, since you have gathered the power here, you could choose to cast Death of Obsidian Butterflies, since you have enough will to do so. You also, just to let you know, you also have, since you have Death of Obsidian Butterflies, you also have access to Flight of the Brilliant Raptor, because that spell falls under Death of Obsidian Butterflies, since you are a sorcerer. So instead of causing basically a swarm of black glass butterflies to come shooting out, you literally cause a giant, basically phoenix to come flying out of your hands that will strike everything within a certain range and then explode into basically a giant bonfire.
Ah. Noted. But for this round, I will simply spend Justify of Will.
Okay.
With
Nevis
the
would like to
standard death
parry.
of... Nevis would like to parry. Wait, I'm not aiming at Nevis. I'm aiming at the domino copies.
Yeah, he's making a joke. It's a joke among Exalted.
I would like to parry this.
All right, so give me a second. Actually, 45. I'm checking real quick everything.
1, 2, 4, 5.
Okay, so let me find this real quick in here. Medium weapon and boop. It's not what I'm looking for, but it's close. I'm just trying to find it real quick so I can give it to you. Here's my thingy thing. Trying to find the thingy thing. There you are. There you are. I found what I was looking for. All right. So, in this case, okay, sweet. So you're going to get to roll your sagacity plus your best roll again, and you get to add +1 to that attack.
Alrighty then. Everything's 7 and above, and I got a 10, which means I get to roll again. Correct.
Go ahead and re-roll that 10.
Ouch.
It is fine because these guys have really, really crappy defenses because these are very basic mortal soldiers is what they're basically based off of. So they only have a dodge of 1, is it? So you are able to hit them. So let me double check something real quick for this, because this is our first actual sorcery being used here. The exploding 10 will always happen for the roll it is made for. So it's always applied to whatever you rolled there. So let me find this real quick and make sure this hasn't changed. if my thing will work, come on, computer. Where is my thing? Ah, there it is. Okay, so found the page. So I want to look at that spell. I'm checking the spells to make sure that they don't basically aren't different than everything, so to speak. Right. So here's the way this works to let you know. So when you are basically treated as making a decisive attack with this. That means this is an attack that actually does damage. If you spend more power, you get to add more dice to the hits. So you know how it says spend 5 will?
Yes, I do know how it says spend 5 will.
And you can spend more will than that to add more damage if you hit with it. So you can have a max of 10 will. So for this example, since you're practicing and everything, let's say you spent that 6 point of will that you saved up. Okay? So you have that 1 point of will, plus you rolled 1 more success than their defense. So that means you get a +1 from that. For every dice over their defense that you roll, you get a bonus to your damage. And then for the last one, your attack automatically gets a +1 to damage. You basically get a +1 to attack and damage with your spells.
Noted.
Rank up.
Oh.
Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Fantasy Grounds raided my stream with 15 viewers.
Well, hello there, Fantasy Grounds. Thank you very much for that raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Hey there, Bryce. Good to see you again. You guys came in the middle of our Ebon Sales Exalted campaign, or session this evening. But thank you so much for sharing the love and stuff. Everyone, do go check out Fantasy Grounds. They are actually the program that we use for our streams here, for our tabletop streams. But yeah, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome. I'll be in the chat. I don't want to take too much time away from the session, but yeah, thank you.
So in this case, you get to roll 3 dice for damage. Altogether, Zool.
Okie dokie. Rolling the 3 dice. Ouch.
Let me double check something real quick. Double checking the rules real quick to make sure that they didn't change anything. Okay. So you are not going to be able to do any damage with that there, Zool. You did not roll any successes.
Both
So-
ones took it away.
Yep.
Ouch.
So what you all see is Zool gathering their power together into their hands before unleashing a swarm of butterflies made of razor sharp glass. As they fly forward towards these people, the soldiers are able to get their shields up, though, as the butterflies slam into them. And while it does look like they're able to, the people do look a little bit cut up and beaten up by the glass, they aren't horribly hurt by it. However, you do see sparkling on the ground the shards of the glass butterflies as they remain there, and you realize anyone trying to move on that is going to get their feet sliced up really badly if they don't move really, really carefully. So, with the casting of that spell allows you to hit everyone in a certain range band, Zool. So you were basically able to target every single one of these soldiers with one attack. And then you would be able to apply your attack to every single person there. And once you finish casting the spell, the remains of your butterflies remain and make that area a difficult terrain, meaning it's much more difficult and slower to move through that terrain.
Ooh.
So...
And I would comment, hey, look, Domino, your guys have perfect defense.
Bill, darlings, I'm sorry. I may have put myself a little too much into them. But, I mean, that was a very good spell. It was a very fine casting. I didn't see really any mistakes to it, Zool. You may wish to take a little bit more time to gather more power. That way you would be able to conjure more butterflies and perhaps make them faster and more difficult to avoid.
I see. Take the time and get more results. Such is the way of research, after all.
Indeed, darling, indeed. Don't let it get you down. That was quite a good casting of a spell. Zool, to give you a little bit of out-of-character stuff for your actual playing and everything. Basically, one of the good things you can do as a sorcerer, what you might want to do, is take the time to gather power up to 10, and then launch your attack.
I see. So just best way to put it, a charge beam.
Pretty much, yes. That will give you the best chance to do as much damage as you can, as well as you just rolled badly on the attack, so you didn't get that many successes. If you had rolled better, if you had gotten like 4, 5, 6 successes, you would have gotten 5 extra dice on your damage instead of just the paltry 1. So if you take the time to gather up 10 power, then you spend 5 power for the spell, 5 power to add to the damage, then you automatically, no matter what, will get to roll 6 dice of damage.
Alright.
But also remember that Obsidian Butterflies is an AoE, so it affects friendlies.
Yes, you have to be careful with that.
It will affect friendlies. I will jot that down.
One of the good things, though, too, is Zool, if you attack from hiding, you can hit everyone before they even realize they're being attacked. And in lore, in universe, you would know this, especially you, Zool. An army without a sorcerer is basically going to get ripped apart by like an AoE spell like Death of Obsidian Butterflies. Like, you are an army killer, Zool. Oh, hey, there's 100 soldiers charging towards you. Yeah, they all get ripped apart by a swarm of glass butterflies. So, let me double check real quick the spell for you.
I mean,
so I
to
can
be
help you
fair,
out.
all Exalted are army killers.
True. They're just faster at it.
Every Exalted is different. Glass, oh my god, glass cannon, literally.
Also, this attack reduces heavy cover to light cover and destroys light cover. So they can't try to hide behind things to avoid your attack.
Alright, destroys cover.
Yeah. Also, if you want to do, instead of, this attack will go out to long range. So the range bands that you have to go work with, is close, which is literally like we are in melee combat with each other. We are fighting with each other. That's close. Then you have near, which is like you could run across the room and reach someone. Basically, anyone in the same room is there. Then you have medium, which is like a very large area. It's going to take like 10 or 15 seconds to run across it. You kind of have to shout to be heard there. Long is like, think of a football stadium. From one side to the other is long range.
Okay.
Death of Obsidian Butterflies can hit anything within long range. On the other hand, you could cast Flight of the Brilliant Raptor. You target one specific person and conjure an eagle-sized bird of diamond and ruby flame. The bird explodes when it reaches its target within long range, making an attack against everything in the target's close range, and creating an environmental hazard equivalent to a burning building that persists for 3 rounds. So everything that's in that close range is basically has to make a resistance roll or suffer at least 3 points of damage every turn. I believe it's 3 points of damage for a burning building, if I remember correctly. So basically, you turn it a room-sized area into a flaming hellhole.
Well, that sounds bad and burning. Zul will now take his time gathering up power, swirling his talons and his tail around to help gather the air in more words. To help the air flow around him more steadily and surely.
Joke.
Okay. I will allow you to treat that as a stunt. So you get a 2 dice bonus that you can choose to save to add to a dice roll, or you can choose to use it to add something to the scene.
I would like to add a slight breeze to the scene.
Okay.
I want there to be more air. More flowing air.
Okay, because with this, it's basically anything that is reasonable, that you think would be cool, and basically is okayed by me. Like, you could have a hidden weapon that you put there beforehand in case there was an ambush. Like, things like that. Like, you can do a lot with the 2 dice scene bonus. Or you can just add 2 dice to your dice roll that you need.
Yes, earlier I picked up one of the obsidian butterflies that didn't break and threw it at an enemy.
You don't have to use it immediately as well. You can save this, but you can only have 1 stocked up, so to speak.
That is fair. But I have a plan.
Okay.
So...
Make your dice roll. It's the same sagacity plus your best stat. This will be your gather power roll.
Let's see, 5, 6... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 3 successes, it looks like.
2.
Oh, it's 7 or higher.
Yeah.
7 or higher.
Right, so you would gain 3 power on this turn.
3 power or 3 will?
3 will, sorry. Power is for those who use physical attacks, not magic, not sorcery.
Zool will continue to be gathering will.
Alright, go for it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, as you're doing this, Domino is going to be speaking. I recommend, darling, with your particular style here, is to gather the power before you go into combat. And then unleash it all at once before your opponent realizes they're in a fight. Be the opening number for your show, darling.
That looks like a 5 to me.
4 successes. You have a 1.
Oh, I have 1 noted, thank you.
Not a problem. So you get to add 4 more.
3, 4. Already said. Hopefully
Eh.
one last time.
And as he's dueling this, as you can see the wind swirling around Zool, Domino's going to look over at Nevis and the others. You see, Zool's power is quite immense, I must say, for you mortals. But it can be slow. That is the downside. It can have quite a bit of oomph and power, especially when dealing with a lot of people at once. But
Also, ow, that roll. That roll.
No.
Ow.
Oh
Ow.
no. Oh no. Oh no. That's a
What happens?
botch.
What happens when you botch a sorcery roll?
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Not enough ale.
Oh.
And Lyndon just gave a reroll.
Lyndon stepping in to save the day.
Alright.
Why don't you explain what a botch is first before he does the reroll?
A botch isn't just a failure. A botch is a really, really bad failure. Like, bad things are going to happen to everyone here.
I could probably just go boom and cause a tornado on myself and I go flying.
No, more like you're
Worse.
gonna rip open a hole in reality and suck all you guys through and throw you somewhere.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to have happen when you rolled that, and then Lyndon stepped in with the dice with the save.
Reroll.
6,
7, 8, 9.
So you guys aren't getting shunted into a place that I have planned.
I kind of was hoping to.
Ow.
No, you weren't.
Lyndon, you tried.
Did he just botch it again?
He just botched it again.
All around me are familiar places.
How dare you waste my kindness,
Okay.
Zool. Okay. Oh no, it's messing up. It's messing up. I fixed it. Oh no.
Joke.
All right, Marten video, and that's how long we got for another reroll. If anyone wants to save the group,
We'll be fine. We have Domino.
Domino might just laugh and find it intriguing what happens.
That's what I'm thinking too. Domino might end up being the, oh yeah, I'm just gonna watch this now. You guys are fine.
I mean, I'm intrigued. I think this will be an interesting experiment.
I had a cool idea. Ah! I was gonna use the wind and then a full-powered Death Obsidian Flowers and use the air blast from it to blow the glass shards on the ground up!
Wow, I would have allowed that. I would have thought that would be cool.
That was going to be amazing!
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not what happened.
Ah!
It's okay. We'll be fine.
And the man in the back said, "Everyone attack and turn to a
All
ballroom
right.
blitz."
Time is up for the reroll.
Zool, you are gathering power together. You are gathering your mystic energy, slowly condensing it down to prepare to cast your spell. When you start to feel something is wrong, You start to feel like, oh, shit, no, it's not supposed to do this. Okay, but wait. You think you got control about it. You just have to twist it a little bit and oh, fuck all kinds of duck. As a great shockwave washes out from your hands, as a swirling black gate opens up and washes out in all directions, engulfing all of you.
Question.
And then, yes.
How is the ship? Or is this just Assaulted Stadium?
Right now, this is just
stadium.
Yes. As the rift expands out, and you just get washed over in a field of darkness for a moment before it draws back and Domino is left standing there. Darling, if you really wanted to go somewhere so much, why didn't you just ask? Honestly, the rudeness of some people. I was even going to make little finger sandwiches. Ferris, darling, your boss left without you, and, well, I wanted to get into a cooking competition with you again. Are you free, darling?
And you were left alone from... Okay.
Can someone roll me a 1d5, please?
Not me, please. I am bad with gambling.
Did encourage me to be quite naughty.
4.
4. Oh, wow. Okay.
Welcome to Malpheus.
You all slowly awakened. You are lying in a... You are lying on what seems to be a dull dirt ground. And you are in complete darkness. And as you slowly all begin to stir, Zool, you feel something kind of poke and prod at you. And you feel something kind of grab your arm and tug on it a little bit.
He groans.
So, Arzi, we let you join this campaign, and the first actual thing you do in it is to throw us into another dimension.
Listen, this is the dice's fault, not mine.
Oh, this is your fault.
No, that's not my fault. You're the one who initiated training, then you're the one who said, Domino, train Zool, and then dice.
Arcane wanted some tabletop cards.
Yeah, Nevis, this seems to be your fault. Also, where the hell are we?
You hear a loud squeak when you guys stir, and you guys all hear movement around you.
Zool slowly opens his eyes.
You don't see anything.
What was... Is it just me, or is it just dark?
Yes, Zool, it's dark. We all know this. We can see.
Snack time.
No, we don't see.
Or, yeah, we can't see.
One thing you guys are able to do is spend a motive essence, and you guys are able to cause your cast mark to shine like a torch.
What do I see with my sorcerer sight? Which is always on.
You would not see really any essence here. You are able to see the living essence of probably a dozen little creatures around you, though. One of them was poking and prodding at Zool, but they all pulled away when they heard you guys start talking and waking up.
I do also have Spirit Cutting Glance that is also on, so I can see / attack spirits.
They
For
are
the
not
record.
spirits. Yep.
Okay. Zool, what did you do?
I may have botched spell gathering. I probably should not have tried charging up that much.
And this is why we train.
What do you
Hey,
think we were doing?
Quaco, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
How does that charm that tells you where you wanted to go work exactly?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that
For a
one.
friend.
Well, if I activate it, the Exalt's impeccable sense of direction and distance never fails her. The Exalt always knows the shortest mundane route between where she is and where she wants to be, even if the path is slightly unconventional. This may mean going over rooftops or cutting through a tea house's kitchen rather than navigating the city's busy streets. She may cut corners a number of times equal to her essence during a travel venture without suffering the consequences.
Okay. Just was curious for something. Don't worry about it.
Yes, it's a more mundane adventure.
Yes, you guys can hear sounds of things moving around you.
I don't like that.
So who wants to activate their cast symbol?
I'll do it. I'll spend 1 mote.
Oh, Nevis can... Shouldn't Nevis's cast always be going, basically?
No, it fades after because you commit the essence.
Ah, okay.
Sark, your cast mark blazes as green light fills the caverns. And you can see that you guys are in a large tunnel.
Oh, fun.
And around you is what looks to be about 2 or 3 dozen pale white things.
Oh,
Vaguely,
fuck.
vaguely humanoid. They don't have eyes though.
Oh, that's scary.
One of them is kind of reaching out and just kind of poking at you a little bit, Zool. Like they aren't really acting hostile. They're just like you guys just seem to like fall on them, and they don't know how to really to react here. You can kind of hear them chirping and kind of talking with each other. And Zool, I know 100% that you would speak this. They are speaking in Old Realm. This is the language of the First Age and sorcery.
Oh, Nevis
also
knows
demons
that.
as well. Yes, you can. You guys would be able to understand them. They are kind of talking. It's a very old dialect. So, this sounds like Old English to you. Zool, you were able to understand this though pretty easily, because this is closer to the type of Old Realm that you know. Nevis, you're able to get most of the understanding though. It's just like, who talks like that anymore?
Here doth thou art I. Thy butter iseth ready.
They're going. You can hear what these things. What? Why are they here? Is attack? We let the Great One know.
Zool respond with, Old Ram. And who is the Great One?
they all kind of jump.
And he speaks in Old Link. Oh, right, because he speaks Old Realm.
Yeah, they all kind of jump and look at you, Zool, when you say that. This one speaks. It speaks the language. It can understand. But no others understand. It's strange. What? This one? And they are looking towards you, Zool. So even though they don't seem to have eyes, they seem to be able to still be able to see. Likely they are seeing essence, is what you would guess.
Ah. Zool gets up. And looks at, they're small, right?
They're actually about the size of a person. Mostly humans.
5 feet.
They do have like basic tools and such as well. Like they're not naked. They do have like textiles. Like it's pretty basic, but they do have clothing and everything. It's nothing to write home about, but it's still like basics. It would do in a pinch.
Yes, I speak the language. First off, I would like to ask, where are we?
You are here. The Great Ones, the Great Ones territory.
Would Zool know about
Who
it?
are the Great Ones?
The Great One who gives us life and protection and guides us and seeks to blot out the Great Burner.
Are we in the Primordials realm?
We're just underground.
Just underground?
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss that being established?
This is clearly a normal tunnel. If you were in Malpheus, you would be
Okay.
able to see that, Devis. You have your essence sight on. Malpheus would be very, very dark and corrupted essence. And Sark, you've been there before. You know what Malpheus is like.
I'll look at Nevis and be like, trust me, this is not Malpheus.
Everything's not trying to kill you. The Great One is Great One. It rules here. It protects us. It guides us. It helps to... It will get rid of the Great Burner. Allow us to move upland without burning and be able to take place where we belong.
I see.
Another loyal devotee.
Zool will look to Nev and says, well, should we go meet the Great One?
Sark's going to speak up and say, I don't know who this Great One is, but if he can help us, we probably should.
Alrighty. He'll look back at the, there are what, 2 of them?
Sorry about that, I had stepped away for a moment.
Oh, that's fine.
I suppose we might as well.
I have no clue what they're saying.
Did they say Great One in regular
Old
common?
Realm.
No, it's
They're speaking Old Realm.
Old Realm.
I'm gonna look at Glocko and be like,
Sark, you would actually understand this. You would have learned this when you became a Green Sun Prince, because this is the only thing that the primordials and your bosses speak.
oh shit. I'm gonna look at Nevis and say, yeah, we probably should meet this old one. I'm gonna look at Glocko. Apparently there's this guy called the Old One, called the Great One, who runs down here, which is a little bit sus, but you know, if we need to, we're prepared to do our thing.
So I'm guessing since this is underground, I shouldn't be activating my cast mark.
Up to you.
Since everybody else knows what they're saying. And I don't.
I'll teach
Jaffa
you it
says,
one day.
Murder is ready
we
to do
will.
murder, but is holding off.
Probably a good idea.
Yes, we take you to Great One. Great One, decide. Great One, help. You speak what we speak. That means you may be friends. You help peoples.
From time to time.
Yes, you meet Great One.
We shall go meet this Great One.
And they will begin to lead you through the tunnels, taking up positions almost like an honor guard around you. And as you guys make your way through these tunnels, you can begin to get a sense of something. These aren't just tunnels. These are mining shafts, it looks like. You can see the marks in the walls from tools, and you can also see like the glimmer of gemstones and other metals in the walls that glimmer and shine as you guys are making your way through them. And it feels like you're kind of moving deeper into the earth as you're walking.
John. This your mining shaft we ended up in?
This our home. We live here. We have been here for as long as we have stories. Our people once forced work here long ago. Then something happened, and the ones who hurt us and make us work gone. And we live here away from the great birding. And now Great One has returned and guides us once more into one day going back above and be burned by the great burning and be able to live free.
Is this great burning a giant thing in the sky?
One of them nods.
And what is the master's plan for the great burning?
He will cloak sky in great, beautiful darkness and protect us.
I'm just gonna look at Nevis. Like, just raise one of my eyebrows just at Nevis.
Nevis will talk in a more common tongue that they hopefully won't understand. I think they are running some manner of cult here. But if they want to take on the unconquered sun, well, I don't see any reason to intervene.
Zool, I will let you make a sagacity roll. So sagacity plus your best attribute.
Alright,
Because you specifically might actually have
Six,
information that you
17,
could use.
True. As long as don't botch it up again.
Sark is
Where
gonna
was
look at
this rolled
Nevis and say,
15 minutes ago?
they want us to fight the sun.
4.
And I'll say that in common so they don't understand it.
You do have a 10, so you get to roll that again.
Oh, thank you.
They can want us to do whatever they want. That does not mean that we will do it.
4 successes.
5.
1, 2, 3. Oh, yep,
10
5.
counts as 2.
Yep, thank you. Zool, you do know that during the first stage, there was mining operations that were set up in the west as well to get rare metals that were hidden under the ocean floor and under some of the islands. In order to basically do this, they created basically a slave race, the Solars did. A race that could not survive in the sun, but were specially adapted to survive in the dark enclosed spaces of these tunnels. And they summoned a second circle demon in order to do so. And they basically took slaves or people who had committed crimes and twisted them into these slave creatures to serve them and basically work the mines back in the first stage.
Oh.
A little bit fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah, the first stage wasn't a nice place. I mean, it was better than this, but yeah, the Solars were not necessarily good.
Good. Notes updated. When Zul recalls that, he's gonna... His tail will twitch slightly irritated. Solos have done a lot of pain. Where is...
You might even had a friend solar before, way back then.
Read that?
You might even have a solar friend way back when.
Might have. Maybe. I see. Hmm. I got nothing else to say right now.
I was just wondering if anyone wanted to say anything before, as we keep going deeper and deeper.
Nothing comes to mind. Besides, that was already asked.
Gonna be fun to see mountain folk again.
And as you guys step out of one of the tunnels, you enter a very large space. You can see that there are small, not necessarily buildings, but entryways carved into the stone that would likely lead into other spaces. You can see where set up to be what looks to be farms that are farming lichen and mushrooms. And in the ahead of you, you can see in the center of the area has been set a very large dais, and you can see a throne has also been built there out of stone. It's very crude, but it's there, and you can see it's hard to see, but you can see there is a figure there.
That's where we're getting led to.
And as you guys are making your way there, you can see that there are more and more of these creatures there. Dozens, maybe even hundreds of them that are all kind of creeping out of the darkness, watching you with their eyeless faces. They obviously seem to be attracted to the light. And one of your guides looks at you and points up. Great one there.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look up.
Yeah. Same here.
As you are led closer and closer to the dais, you can see the light start to shine. And you see there is a large creature sitting on that throne. Easily 7 or 8 feet tall. It has 4 large arms. A large trident rests at its side, and at its other side is another longer spear. And it has 4 arms. It is wearing a suit of armor. And it looks almost like a boar. Made out of almost not shadows, but blackness. And when he opens his eyes, his head just resting on one of his 4 knuckles, you see 2 swirling, almost, his eyes are almost like the stars themselves in the sky. And Dark!
Yeah, what's up?
You recognize this person.
Oh, fuck.
It's Anathema.
This is Akorios. Akorios. He is a second circle demon. Demon of Isiodoros. The black boar that twists the sky.
Would I know him?
Oh yes. Oh yes. You met him before quite a few times in Malpheus.
Do I not hate him?
Isidorus is he is a black hole in the shape of a boar. He is a primordial he is the primordial of freedom, expression, and resistance. He believes that you need to struggle to survive, but to struggle and to demonstrate your power means that you deserve to live, and to live as you see fit. Out of all the primordials, he basically doesn't really give a shit about what happened with the primordial war, because the other Exalted were stronger, and they exerted that strength. So yeah, they deserve to be on top, as far as he's concerned. He just basically likes kind of doing his own thing. And his thing right now is basically just going against Malpheus because Well, yeah, he wants to do that. He is a patron,
Please
though.
don't disturb me while I plot to overthrow you.
Sir, you have been given a reroll.
Yay! He is a also said to be worshipped by people who are enslaved or who have their freedom taken away from them. Because Isiodorus was said during the first age to despise slavery and the binding of will. Because to him, wills should be exerted against each other and the strongest should be found that way. To bind someone's will is worse than killing them to him. This is one of his second circle demons, which means he's not one of his greater souls, but this is still going to take off aspects of Isiodorus. He is bombastic, over the top, but he is very, very much, he's never going to lie to you, and he's never going to deceive you on where you stand with him.
And
He's going to be, sorry, go ahead.
And what's this demon's name?
Akorios.
Akorios. Got it.
Yes. He is basically like, if he hates you, he will kill you. If he doesn't, he's not going to bother with you. He very much, but he also is never going to just like stab you in the back, because that does not demonstrate strength. He is basically going to come up to you, challenge you to a battle, and then face you one-on-one, is his preferred way of combat.
Okay.
Because to him, if he's going to fight you, he wants to demonstrate his strength and show you that he is right and his ways are right, is kind of how he puts it. He'll happily destroy you, but he still, even if he kills people, he still gives respect to those he views as powerful.
As I'm looking up, I'm going to look at Nevis and just be like, huh. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to look at Nevis. I'm just going to say, oh, Akorios. That kind of makes sense.
His eyes seem to open wider as they land on Sark. And he stands up and throws up all four of his arms. Sark! What brings you to my new territories? Had I known you were coming, I would have arranged something.
I'm going to look at Zool and just be like, someone doesn't know how to use their powers as I look at Zool.
And yet you still live. Delightful. I see that even now you show your strength, and I see that you have allies with you. He sits back down on his throne and kind of rests all four arms on his legs. Know this. While you are here, you are under my protection. You are an ally, it seems, of Sark, and therefore you are no enemy of mine. Be welcome within the halls of my land and my people. So long as you do not spill blood, I shall not face you in glorious combat.
I'm going to look at Nevis and be like, Nevis, you'd like this guy.
I do rather appreciate him so far. Greetings, I am Nevis, King of Conquerors.
Ah, you are the one who is spoken of in Malpheus. I have heard your name, Nevis. I have heard also of your great march of conquest, seeking to bring all creation under your banner, and to eradicate all forms of slavery and bondage. Truly, I wish to see how far your strength can carry you.
I assure you I am resolute. right in this action, and I will not stop until I can achieve my goal.
He just like slams two of his arms down on the armrest, cracking it. Glorious! I like your nerve. To put yourself against the entire world, regardless of what they may think. To be willing to make an enemy of the world itself. Yes, I think you and I could be friends.
The world, Yushan, and anywhere else that seeks to stop me.
Ha ha ha! Glorious!
Yeah, I like this guy.
Yes. Yeah. So, real quick, I just want to give a little fun fact. In the actual second edition book, when the Yozais were all invading creation, Isiodorus is actually one of the two primordials that is willing to betray the others and help the players. And all he asks for is in return is to be let out of Malpheus and to basically be able to live with his gay lover, who is a giant silver forest that grows upside down. And the only thing the silver forest Sizoni wants is to actually have people living basically in his forest, is it. Literally, that's all the two want, is to basically be gay lovers with each other, because they love each other so much.
And this is also the Black Boar who's able to push layers of Malpheus apart.
Yes, Isiodorus is the only being that can actually do that. He is literally a giant black hole in the shape of a giant boar. Isiodorus is great. Him and Sizoni are two of my favorite primordials. Sizoni is also just like, yeah, I just kind of want people to live among me. I really don't give a shit at anything else. I just don't really like it here. I just want me and Isiodorus to, just be able to live. That's all we really want. Just give us a small part of creation, and we won't bother anyone.
Seems reasonable.
And Guaco has to keep his mouth shut because of how he exalted. This putting down the slave rebellion.
Actually, and I can actually say, canon-wise, according to the book, they are not lying. That's actually all they want. If the players help them, they literally will just settle down in one corner of creation and basically just kind of do their own thing without causing too much havoc or problems. I mean, to be fair, sentient black hole, not much you can do to fix that, but all things considered, they really don't try to cause any more trouble than, what their presence might cause a little bit.
And killing them would cause more harm in creation than
good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you probably need to talk to them every half century just to kind of keep things under control and everything, but it's not going to be that bad. I see Sark and Nevis. Who are these other beings then? Are they as glorious as you, Nevis?
Well, this one is Guaco Pelps. I have the Solar Exalted. This is Murder of the Lunar Exalted. And this is Zula, who is a Dragon King Dragonblood.
Yes,
and he is
I
the
am
reason we're down here. Because he messed up his spell.
There's a
Because
reason
he
why we
tried
were
to show
training. It wasn't.
Okay, Nevis, it was your idea to train.
Yes, but I did not
Nevis?
anticipate him trying to show off.
I wasn't showing off. I was doing exactly as instructed, and that I was gathering power.
Honestly, this was all Domino's fault.
I am willing to accept this being Domino's fault, yes.
This is delightful. Well, I must say, be welcome among my kingdom and my followers. It was quite a surprise when I ended up being summoned here. Oh, nary a few days ago, honestly. However, my summoner did not have the power to constrain me. And I broke free and I came here, where my children are.
I like the fact that they speak the first language.
But of course, they are children of mine. What other language would they speak than the blessed tongue?
Zool, not in agreement to that.
Welcome to New Realm.
He will stand up and march down from his throne. Be welcome here among my children. Though I must admit I am going to be busy for the next few days. We have been attacked by these mortals trying to get into our tunnels, though they are of little threat. They are simple soldiers. Though they do serve the one who tried to summon me.
Ah, we may have the same foe then. We have been going after some mercenaries that have been enslaving people on the surface. It is actually where we were headed when the spell went awry and we wound up down here.
He lifts a claw and starts slashing it in the air, and he leaves little glowing green marks behind. Did they bear this symbol as he creates the sigil that was on the mercenaries' armor and clothing as their marking?
Yes, that is the very same symbol.
I see. Then yes, perhaps we do have a common foe then. He is making it rather difficult for me to carry out my act for my children. And I do wish to give him payback for what he is doing to those poor people. To have their wills so disgustingly subverted is an affront to me. And while I do not carry the power to free them, I can at least make their deaths as painless and as glorious as possible.
I believe that I can free many of them. We simply need to destroy their leader.
So, want me to just cut his head off like I did the last guy?
I'm not so certain it will be that easy, for they are also an Exalted. But it's not a bad place to try.
There is something, though, I wish to discuss. As he will walk towards you all and kind of just spread out his arms. I am attempting to carry out a great rite for my children here. I will sustain the land and the animals and plants with my essence, and I will create a veil over this island to block out the sun, so that my children may roam the wonders of this island and see it for themselves.
That is significantly less terrifying than what I first thought you were gonna do.
No, I simply wish.
Sark.
I simply wish to give this island to my children, is all. This was to be their birthright. They were enslaved by the Solar Exalted in the first age, forced to work these mines, and then having the freedom to even walk under the stars taken from them. I wish to give that back to them, and I will hide the sun from this island forever. But I will sustain its life with my own power.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna try to fight the sun. So good. I'm just happy that that's not the thing that we're doing, and that you're doing, because I don't know. People might be a little angry about that.
I do not carry such power. Though I
Neither do
do
I.
believe such a fight would be glorious. I would lose such a battle.
You and me both.
But I wish to ask, because I do not wish to create friction within this budding friendship. Will you attempt to stop me in my great endeavor as my gift to my children?
I don't see why any of us would or should.
He's still talking Old Realm, so I don't know what's going on.
It literally affects us in no way.
I see no reason to stop you as long as it is only this island.
I will agree with Nevis.
This island is simply their home, and I wish to ensure that they have their home for themselves.
There are many other islands in creation, so one island shouldn't hurt. Though in long term, the worst thing that could happen is every island getting this special treatment and then they all start conflicting with each other.
Anyone going to translate for me?
I'm gonna look at Guaco and be like, "We're not fighting God. We're just gonna put a big blanket over the island." Or he is.
Nevis will sigh and translate the full thing for Murder and Guaco.
Wait, didn't like my abridged version?
Okay, and are we going to set up trade between this island and the others so that they don't have a reason to fight?
I believe that would be a great idea. I will get my governor on it.
First, we should get... If we want to get your governor, we should probably get back to the ship. But we also should be dealing with these... mercenaries, you called them?
Yeah, the mercenaries why we were coming this way.
Wait, did I just accidentally teleport us through a botched spell to the island where we were going?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Let's kill us some mercenaries.
I do not believe that this island is the one where the mercenaries are holed up. Unless I am mistaken.
Oh, they are above us.
Oh.
Either way, we're killing some mercenaries, and I'm gonna take out my sickle. Let's go.
I admire your dedication, but you don't even have a lay of the land yet.
And I would like to request that we not kill the soldiers. They have been forced into this. They are innocent.
They have been conscripted.
I'm gonna look at Nevis and then just say, spinning my scythe, I'm gonna say, okay, Nevis, Peace is your thing. Bringing death and killing people is me and Murder's thing. Let us do our thing.
I'm saying you are more than welcome to kill the leader.
Alrighty, and if anyone stands in our way, we'll just
Knock
call
them
them
out.
casualties. Okay, cool.
You can render them unconscious.
We'll put a pin in that part.
I can neither promise nor deny about not accidentally killing them with my spells.
Shall we get the lay of the land? He turns to the demon.
What do you need?
Well, finding a way out of these caves would be a good start.
My children can lead you out. We have many exits across the entire island.
And after we have dispatched the mercenaries, is that when we shall help you with your ritual? Or shall we help you with it first? Hello?
We could attempt either or. If the sun was removed from the island, then my children would be able to help you far easier.
I do not believe I want to put your children at risk. However, having the sun removed could give us a significant advantage.
This hamlet shall not fall.
Devil's Slut Gaming raided my stream with 20 viewers.
Devil's Luck Gaming! Thank you very much for that raid, and welcome in, everybody. Hello there, Brad3891. Hello, Stark Raving Riley. And thank you so much for that raid. What were you up to? How was your stream?
Exalted.
Wait, they were doing Exalted too?
Yeah.
Another channel doing Exalted. Awesome. Oh no, they were doing Final Fantasy XIV apparently.
Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG sounds fun in my opinion. Then again, my opinion.
Well, thank you so much for that raid and sharing your community with us. I don't want to interrupt the game too much, but we've got tons of things that we do here on the channel. This Exalted game, Ebon Sales Exalted, is only one of them. We've got a lot of other tabletop games throughout the week. Pathfinder, World of Darkness, both Werewolf and Mage, and a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tabletop campaign. And then, of course, I play all manner of other games here. But yeah, thank you so much for that raid. Everyone, make sure you hit that follow button and come join us again and stick around tonight. And I'll be in the chat. Carry on, Kerr, and everyone.
I was getting my train of thought back.
Something about deciding whether we do help with ritual first or get lay of land first.
Yes, so you guys would be able to put this out of game terms and such. You guys could choose to assist him here, and you could help him with basically getting this ritual done and blocking out the sun over the island. If you did that, then you would be able to call on his children to help you. And as he would explain, in the dark, his children are unrivaled. They are extremely good at sneak attacks and basically attacking you when you don't expect it.
Useful.
Also, taking away light from basically these soldiers would make them very, very difficult to move around in, because any sort of light would attract attention to them and they would stand out basically like you shined a spotlight on them. Though if you moved, if you instead decided to go after the army now, you could probably try to get in while they were distracted with trying to get down here, and you
Surprise
would
attack.
yeah, you try to basically get a surprise attack on them. But you could go either route.
I think so. Me personally, I think I should go do some sneaky sneak and sabotage.
Hmm.
Truthfully, we should go up there and attack them before the spell is done.
Why do you say that?
If we go up there and take care of the problem beforehand, they'll be able to focus more on the spell than on the people attacking the tunnels.
Oh, we can hold off people attacking the tunnels, but you do bring up a good point. I suppose we should go ahead and take care of them before beginning the ritual.
One thought that came to mind was while we distract and take care of them, the ritual is done, and then extra forces come in while we... How's the best way to put it? Basically, just overwhelm them with extra forces while they're fighting.
Because also think if we're in the fight and everything goes dark, we'll know that they're ready.
Yes, like a call to arms, sound to action.
One
To
of the other
put...
things, one of the other things as well, is if you guys wait, it'll also give your people time to arrive on the island, Zim. I mean, Nevis, sorry.
That was one thing I was thinking of.
If your armies arrive and it's dark, how good are they at fighting in the dark?
I cannot speak for all of them, but I know my own original forces would be quite adept at that. After all, we are Martens. Martens are more nocturnal, typically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a question for the rest of the party.
I mean, either way, I'll probably do some night reconnaissance and maybe do a little stabby while I'm there.
No, I should help with the ritual.
All right, sounds good. Team friendship on 3.
Wait, team friendship, what? Zul looks completely confused.
With the power of friendship.
I know what you're referencing.
Yeah.
I'm sure I do too, but Zul obviously doesn't.
Alright, so Sark is clearly Perito. Murder is death. Nevis, absolutely Puss in Boots. Definitely.
And who would Guaco be?
Guaco's kitty softpaw. And Zool. Zool is Baby Bear.
Is that acceptable?
I have not seen the movie, so nope, cannot say anything.
I'm going to contest that because Perito can't fight.
And?
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Sark knows how to fight and can fight pretty well.
Does he? I mean, if he knew how to fight, he would know how to dispatch them without killing them.
Yeah, but killing's much easier and more effective.
I don't know.
It worked last time.
Killing the leaders is fine. And killing people is easy. If you really know how to fight, you know how to disable instead of kill.
Agree to disagree.
Alright, Kerr, we need you to settle this dispute.
Okay.
We are getting fairly distracted. This is fine.
Yes, we are getting distracted, but I need Kerr to settle this dispute. Just remember that you're my boyfriend, and so, you know, just mentioning.
You should not drag that into D&D ever. No, you should never drag that into any tabletop game ever.
I'm pretty sure that just nullified any ruling.
So secretly, I think Zool is actually pause for dramatic effect.
Okay. Okay.
Kerr was
remember
not
the
actually
name.
paying attention.
No, I'm trying to remember the person's name.
Describe.
Jack Corner.
Wow.
What?
You're secretly Big Jack Corner. You're just hiding your madness and insanity.
But that doesn't apply to what I was asking here. Like, I'm saying that if you know how to fight, then you know how to disable somebody instead of killing them. Whereas
Why would you want to do
killing is
that?
easy.
Just kill them all.
Kill every last one
I
of
take back
them.
what I said about Kerr's opinion being no longer valid.
I mean, you can let them stay alive, but I mean, really, it's just more fun killing them all.
I understand, Kerr. I understand.
Dynasty Warriors is amazing. Now I'm gonna move to 3 hopes, thank you.
I understand. I will remember this.
Hey, is this a tabletop RPG we're supposed to be playing? Doing ritual while Sark goes do stabby, sarge cut bluey.
Don't kill the innocent, nice people.
Or, okay, fine. The one person gets stab.
Oh, it's gonna be more than one person.
Understood.
So you know how the Death Guard do their campaigns?
No. I am very uncultured when it comes to tabletop stuff.
You're very uncultured when it comes to everything.
Precisely. Because I was never exposed to all this kind of stuff. I want to learn.
Don't worry, I'll
Learning
be
is
happy to
amazing.
pay you. I will be happy to pay you an exposure.
Why am I sweating from this now?
Anyways,
I'm
back on
afraid
track. So, I guess... I don't know, who wants to stay behind and help with the ritual, and who wants to defend?
Zul's knowledge of sagacity and other stuff should help with ritual. And maybe not cause another black hole.
Oh, right. I guess Nevis might be better. I don't know. Nevis... Like, Nevis has a lot of sagacity as well. But...
Zul would probably recommend that you go to the front lines. You are a capable leader in his eyes.
Aww. Okay, I take it back. Zul is Perito. Sark is a creepy cat lady.
And creepy cat lady, Kicktail?
Actually, she does a little bit.
No,
Or at least
I
tries
still get to see
to.
the movie.
So who's helping with the ritual?
Zula's.
Guaco,
I don't know about anyone
doesn't
else.
Guaco have good sagacity?
Yes, I do, but I don't speak the language.
Zul can
Zul could probably
translate.
try to teach. Yes.
Oh wait, Zul doesn't speak the more common tongue.
Translator.
Oh right, you do have your little translator thing.
Yes, that's how I'm able to freely speak with the party.
I forgot about that. So yeah, Zul can translate. Or it might be better to give the translator to Guaco so that way he can understand the two of you instead of one of you needing to translate.
That's actually probably a better idea. Zul would give the, after discussing it, the translator to Guaco.
So how do I hook up this plant?
Plant?
Plant? What?
Dragon King technology is mostly plant-based, plant and crystal-based.
Wait, was it Dragon King technology that you guys gave to Zul? Looks at storyteller.
Okay. So, who's going to go up?
They asked a question.
Sorry. Give me the question. Sorry, my brain just stopped working.
Alright, Nevis, slap Kerr to reset the storyteller.
Kerr does not live
We
here.
will...
The question was it Dragon King technology for the translation item?
Yes.
So it's
Oh.
a plant crystal base?
Yes.
That's probably why Zul knew how to work it right away.
No,
Was
sorry.
that
I just looked at the picture that you sent me, Toshime, and my brain stopped working for a little bit.
Toshime, please stop distracting the DM.
It's not DM,
Sorry,
it's storyteller. Get it right.
No, it was a
Oh.
good picture. It was a picture of Isidorus.
Are you replacing me again with somebody else?
No, it was a picture of a
already
giant
replaced-
black boar.
You've already
Anyways,
replaced me with RZ.
It's always a you. Also, how does working this Dragon King technology of translator work?
You literally just put it up to his ear.
Understood. Zul will demonstrate this. Let's just put it up to ear.
And then it just grows a little plant that wraps around his ear.
Yeah, Lyndon, I know.
Okay.
And once it's hooked up, Zul will say, should be working now.
Hey, I can understand you perfectly.
Somebody say perfect. Oh. Hello. Hello. Darlings, who is your friend? He is perfect. No. This is not glorious.
How not so? Also,
Hello, darlings. So delightful to see you all. It seems that you're all alive and well. All have all your body parts, I see.
Did you expect the botched spell to just wreck our body parts?
Possibly.
And our friend here is Aziodorus, the black boar that twists the skies.
One of his souls, at least, I see. So, darlings, what are you up to doing? Well, I can't say much for your accommodations, honestly, but I'm not here to judge.
I'm gonna go set a camp on fire.
Ah. Well, that sounds delightful, darling.
We're about to take care of the pirates perfectly.
Oh. Are you, darling?
Sark's gonna look at Aziodorus and say, "Hey, you think Death will mind if I try to take his job later?"
Well, I'm sure you could probably talk to, I'm sure you could probably talk to, him and see about possibly getting the job. I don't see why not, darling.
Wait, above game, I can just talk to death?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gods of death. Why not?
How many? No, that's a question for after session.
All right.
The main
God damn.
main form is reincarnation. There is death and death cults.
Alright, I gotta share something in media sharing real quick. This is actually required from me. Hang on. Let me share this. Where is it?
Direction.
I'm sharing it in media sharing. Because this is Sark right now. This is going to be Sark in a few sessions.
Looks fun. Cool. Got it. Sounds about right.
Here, it would be better if... actually use the GIF.
Dang it, where's media share? Oh, there. Yeah.
I feel like that's who we're turning you into.
This is fine. This is
Yeah.
fine. This is fine.
There we go.
Domino, long story short, we are going to help this one with setting a ritual to blanket this island and this island alone in darkness so the people can freely roam the land.
Oh, my darlings. Why are you doing such a thing, if you don't mind me asking?
Looks to Nevis and everyone else.
For the freedom of these other people.
Let's just say I know the boar that they worship, and he's a pretty cool dude.
I see, I see. Well then, darlings, perhaps you would like my assistance?
I don't see why not.
What do you plan on doing then?
Well, that depends on all of you, darlings.
What sort of favor do you want to be in to Domino? That's how things work with the Fae.
All you have to do, darlings, is make a deal with me. Make a deal, an agreement with me, and, well, I can do quite a lot to help you.
Dual shrug, the best a raptor can.
I think we can handle this without your perfection.
Darling!
Yes, I know it won't be the perfect battle, but we'll make do.
My hand. Come on, boys. Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand?
Oh no.
The megaphone Marten. Neva's just lighting up with that.
Oh yeah, I was feeding that through Discord on purpose.
Come on, darlings. Don't you want to make a deal? I promise you that I can make it worth your while.
I don't feel like entering into a deal right now.
I see. What about you, Sock? I can give you quite a lot of help.
You don't need help stealthing?
Domino, I do believe that we are not needing your assistance.
What about getting your soldiers here, darling? Helping them know where you are.
They are on their way here already.
This is true, but you are underground, and they have no idea where you are. You just all vanished.
Nevis will look to his shoulder. Rabirius, can you send a message?
Already done.
And he looks over at Domino. Only a little smug.
Little smug, I see.
Just a little.
Honestly, darlings, I just want to help you.
How good is your cooking?
Oh, darling, my cooking is absolutely perfect.
Think you could get a meal cooked up for us? To be ready when we are ready done?
Oh, but of course, darling. It's just going to, cost you a little bit. It is my cooking after all.
Do you really think Domino is the hired help?
Not anymore, apparently.
Alright, let's get this party underway. Very well, Domino, if you really want to assist, that is your choice. But we are not making a deal with you.
Fine, fine, darling. As you wish. I suppose I shall take my leave then.
Was nice seeing you.
Oh, darling. My presence always heightens up a scene. Toodles! As he vanishes in a pillar of salt.
You know, I really don't think his food would have been very good considering how much he loves salt. Anyways, Sark and I shall head for the front lines. Guaco and Zool! You assist with the ritual.
Say my name loudly every single time. You know that.
I'm not sure what you mean there. Zool!
Why do I even try?
Yes, Lyndon, I realize that salt is a great additive. The problem is that Domino would make the entire meal out of salt.
It would be absolutely delicious, though.
And we would die of dehydration moments later.
But it would be the greatest food you ever ate.
But sure, it would be a great last meal.
Mm-hmm. It'd be perfect.
Simply define water, water, water.
Can't stop eating. Can't stop eating.
All right, let's get this going. Come on, Kerr. Chop, chop.
Why
Come
are you
here,
calling
boy.
him like a little puppy?
Come here, boy.
He's not the puppy. He's not the puppy.
Well, no, I was calling Sark.
Oh, I thought you said
I'm
Kerr.
here.
Well, yes, Nevis is heading for the front lines, and he's calling Sark to come with him. Come here, boy.
The
Who
sight
wants
that
to
I
be
had,
a
I'm gonna.
murder puppy?
I'm just gonna take my size, put it back in my belt, take my feet up, and look at my buddy and say, "Hey, is it night yet?"
Not yet. It's still a few hours yet.
And look at Nevis, and it's like, "Yeah, I don't operate during night. I don't operate during the daytime. So you go and do your little golden boy things."
Suit yourself, I'll have all the fun. I might save you one or two. Alright, Kerr, how's the ritual going?
You guys are led into a very large chamber. And you can see ornate sigils, runes, and very, very complicated formulae are etched into the stone, basically on all sides, all walls, the floor, the ceiling, everywhere. And it is glowing with the lattice of essence. This is a very, very large undertaking. And Zool and Guaco, you guys can both roll sagacity to try to understand what you're seeing.
Understood. Roll sagacity.
Sagacity plus your
6, 7, 8, 9.
ability.
I'm getting better at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 2. I count 2.
All right. So, Zool, you have a little bit of an issue trying to understand all of this. Like you're able to at least understand the basics of what this is. This is a spell of darkness. A very, very large magical ritual, basically. This is something that you could actually yourself attempt to try to do.
Oh.
But beyond that, you need more time to study everything. Guaco, this is a nearly finished magical working. It needs a little bit more work to finish it, a little bit more effort, a little bit more power. But it is dang near close to being finished, and when it is finished, it is going to cloak basically all of the island and the surrounding sea in darkness. A permanent veil of shadows, while also sustaining the plant life and animal life that need the sun.
So this is essence powered.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an essence powered shadow that's going to work well.
For you guys, what you would need to do is basically you would need to work on gathering your power and helping to continue the ritual. Filling this up and basically giving it enough power to basically go off. If that is what you wish to do.
Okay.
Hey, Kerr.
Yes?
Am I gonna have to do the whistle too whenever I go into the camp?
You could if you want.
I will do the whistle.
That'll give you extra.
Yeah, you could totally go for that. But let's get to the ritual. I want you both to roll sagacity. Please don't botch this.
6, 7, 8, 9.
So the same thing that we just rolled?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. That'd be a 0. Damn, these ones are loving me, and I don't like it.
You have a certain number of successes you need to reach within 3 rolls. All right. You begin to get to work. Zool, you know how to do this. So you can guide Guaco into feeding will and essence into this ritual.
Oh, that's right. One
Yes.
moment.
Go
I
ahead.
actually already. Do I still have my 8 will built up from the training session before everything went crazy?
This is a magical working. This is not actually gathering will.
Fair point. Okay.
You're basically directing the gathered power here to move in ways that you need it to move to set the ritual off. All right. Zul, you're trying to do it, but you're not getting much success. Guaco, you're able to get the essence to respond to you, though, and start to get to move and direct it to start filling up the rituals. Basically, it's like filling up buckets, so to speak.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing.
And give me a
Poor
second roll.
Zool.
And Zul, did you want to describe how you're instructing or any of that?
How would he be instructing is a good question. Zool would be instructing by just pointing out where and how it's supposed to be done, even though he's struggling to do it himself. Myself a second roll. 5, 6, 7.
That's a better roll.
2. That's a 2. Do as I say, not as I do.
Guaco, you can feel like the essence here is basically like responding to you, like a fish to water. It is no problem directing it. Zool, you are still having trouble. It's like, no. That sigil isn't supposed to be like that. You're not supposed to put power there. You're supposed to put power there. But then why is the power actually going there so easily? I don't get it.
I think he's probably flustered at the fact that magic isn't working properly, especially from training.
And you have one last roll to get to the last few successes you need. Go for it. Please don't botch.
Understood. I will try not to botch. I 3.
Together, you are able to feed the last of the essence into the sigils on the walls, the floor, the ceiling, as they begin to glow brighter and brighter and brighter before a great veil of darkness lances out from the floor up to the ceiling as a hole within it opens, and it shoots towards the sky, coming out of a small hole in a hill, and from it, a great veil begins to creep over, falling over the land, over the entire island, as darkness descends. And I think that is actually a very good place to end the session for tonight. Just because I am exhausted, and also this is a good ending point because we're about to move into a lot of combat, and combat's going to take a very long time.
And there's a good song to go with it.
Ooh, which song? Ah!
Eartha Kit, Snuff Out the Light.
Yes! Yeah, this song is very
Alrighty.
fitting.
Well, everyone, thank you all so much for joining us today for Ebon Sales Exalted. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around, as well as picking up packs of cards through Streamloots, or by using our Humble Bundle partner link. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
Bye.
And of course, remember to cancel your D&D Beyond subscriptions if you have any, because fuck wizards.
100%.